All right, so for today's blog post, the last blog post we talked about kids that are new walkers that have some trouble with stability, where they have that belly hanging out, they're kind of like leaning forward, they don't have that core stability, so it's making it hard for them. They can't stand still very well. You're not seeing the arms come down like you should with practice. So this post, we're going to talk about some ideas to get that stability. So one of them is using a therapy ball. Get the child to sit. You can face them away or facing you. I usually have an easier time with facing me. The higher up you hold them, the more support you're giving them. The lower down, so like on their legs or thighs, the less support. Now a lot of times they're going to want to hold on to you. Find some type of toy, give it to them to hold on to. It's amazing how quickly they can get distracted, so they forget all about holding on to you. And then you're going to work on like moving them around. So slow, small motions is easier. Bigger motion is going to be harder. And you want to try to hold it there, like, kind of go into the position, go to the end range where they can hold their stability and make them stay. Maybe have them give you a high five or reach for something, turn a page on a book. If you go faster, it's going to be a lot harder for them to hold their stability. But because you're moving fast, they're also not really getting a chance to find that stable position. So I would recommend starting with slower, smaller movements, working into slower, larger movements, and then when they're getting those down, start going fast and have fun. Mix it up though, if they're getting tired of it, bounce them around, make it fun. Well, since I'm already down here, so some of the other things you can do are half kneeling. And you want to do both sides equally and just get them to play in this. We've used, this is all for my size here, but benches or stools that they can play on. I a lot of times have to use my body to kind of hold them stable because what little kid wants to stay still? Plus these kids get their stability from moving around. They don't like to stay in one place. So, take turns, get them on this side. Books, any type of toy, even if they're just tossing them off the thing and you're putting it back on, it's keeping them there for a while. Same thing with high kneeling. Use a bench, same ideas. When they get high kneeling down, you can try to work on knee walking. It needs a lot of stability to do this exercise. If they start going fast, they end up falling. They can't compensate as much in this position. So you can start by either having them push something. You can hold them with two hands on their hands. You can use one hand. The goal is to get it so that they don't need any support. You can work on getting them to stand still. Not easy, but if you have a book that they're interested in or a toy and you get down to their level and you're holding it there for them, a lot of times you can get them to stand still for a little bit. If you really can't, take something that's a little bit elevated, like a small step stool. We have these phone books, and have them stand up on it while you're doing the same activity with them. You want to be there for safety, but because it's a little higher, they're going to be less likely to try to step down and run away. They don't have the stability to do the stepping down. I think that those are a lot of our ideas. Any ideas you have, love to hear them, and thank you for listening.